This is CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
History made in the Bay Area today with the heads of two global superpowers coming together to try to work out some of their differences. President Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping shaking hands at the picturesque Filoli estate in Woodside. Their exchange in front of the cameras appearing amicable despite recent tensions between the two nations. But outside the meeting, some tense moments as protesters across the Bay Area took to the streets with rallies happening throughout the day, including Woodside, outside the Apec perimeter, and the Chinese consulate in San Francisco. There is also a protest on the waterfront where President Biden is heading next. The president is expected to host a party at the Exploratorium tonight, and security extremely tight, as you might imagine. In fact, the Embarcadero is shut down. We also saw police on rooftops, as well as a drone scoping out the entire scene. Our Katie Nielsen is out there right now. She's at the scene to tell us what's going on. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Juliette. We are just moments away from the president's motorcade arriving here at the Exploratorium. That's where he is hosting a party tonight for some of his top supporters. It is also where this day-long protest has culminated at the Exploratorium, with protesters trying to get their message in front of world leaders.
Shut down APEC! Shut down APEC!
Activists and protesters gathered near the Moscone Center this morning as the second day of APEC got underway, all vying for the attention for their causes.
People over profit! People over profit!
Different groups with signs and banners protesting everything from climate change and anti-capitalism to liberation for Palestine and a ceasefire in Gaza.
We want justice! We want justice!
As well as a free Tibet.
We're here to fight against those who are profiting of our people's suffering.
There was even a die-in staged on Market Street to protest those funding the Myanmar military. Tempers flared as some attendees tried to make their way through the lines of protesters trying to get to the CEO conference happening during APEC.
Hey, are you guys going to do your job?
Those who've come to protest at APEC say it's an opportunity to have their message heard on a world stage.
The only thing they're going to be talking about is making themselves and their friends richer than they were yesterday. We are here to make sure there's no business as usual as long as this conference is happening here until the genocide in Gaza comes to an end.
Now we know that the president is going to be arriving in just a few moments. We have seen a lot of increased activity here among Secret Service agents, the CHP, San Francisco Sheriff's Departments, all of the law enforcement agencies that are helping with security in this area. Now, right now, Front Street completely blocked off, and that is also part of this area around the Exploratorium, where they are trying to keep some of those protesters away. There is still a group over near Embarcadero and Broadway, about 100 people there. We did hear about some arrests a little bit earlier this afternoon. Juliette?
All right, we await his arrival. Katie, thank you so much. We'll stay in touch with you. And Chinese President Xi Jinping is expected to be having dinner with top business leaders at the Hyatt in downtown San Francisco about 30 minutes from now. Earlier today, a large crowd of demonstrators gathered on 3rd and Market Streets in downtown San Francisco. This is not too far from the hotel where President Xi is staying. We also saw a protester climb a flagpole in that area. This is one of the several demonstrations happening in the city. And all of this coming on the heels of President Biden's meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Ann Makovic has more on what came of that. She says these were some of the most constructive talks that the two have actually had. And Ann joining me now in the studio with more.
Yeah, the president said that this was very constructive. He said that they were blunt, and he said that they were even straightforward, and as he was when he answered one final question today. And that question was if he still considers President Xi a dictator.
Well, look, he is. I mean, he's a dictator in the sense that he is a guy who runs a country that is a communist country that is based on a form of government totally different than ours. Anyway.
Now, hours earlier, the two shook hands and sat down for their first talks in a year. The leaders spent 4 hours together with a working lunch and a garden stroll at the Filoli estate in Woodside. President Xi called theirs the most important bilateral relationship in the world and acknowledged how challenging it's been.
Yet it has kept moving forward amid twists and turns. For two large countries like China and the United States, turning their back on each other is not an option.
The two leaders meeting for only the second time face-to-face. President Biden said they made progress on a plan to crack down on China's export of the chemicals used to make fentanyl. They're resuming direct contact between the two countries' militaries, and they discussed the risks of artificial intelligence.
The United States will continue to compete vigorously with the PRC, but will manage that competition responsibly so it doesn't veer into conflict or accidental conflict. And where it's possible, where our interests coincide, we're going to work together like we did on fentanyl.
Now, they also discussed China's dealings with Russia and Taiwan, but no real news came out of those talks today. While the two presidents were inside meeting, this was the scene outside in Woodside, two competing demonstrations, one pro-China, the other speaking out against Xi's regime.
Hopefully, the relationship between America and China will get better, and better for the world, better for the people, better for the economy, and for my children.
Evil dictator Xi Jinping is here. That's why we are here. We want to tell the world the Chinese Communist Party regime cannot be trusted. We must take this evil empire down.
The dueling protests were mostly peaceful, but San Mateo police confirmed that one man from New York was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon after allegedly hitting a female counter-protester over the head with a stick. The two presidents say they are going to continue to pursue diplomacy, and the way that things were left, they say that either is free to pick up the phone at any time and get the other one directly on the line.
Communication, absolutely. And I have to say, we know that there are dignitaries in town by the buzz and the security. But when I was leaving work last night, the city looked aglow. Have you ever seen it look this bright and this shining? I don't know if it was me or I was like, wow, appreciating it more. Yeah. But it's just, it looks amazing.
Yes, it has been wonderful. It's been clean. Yeah. It's felt safe. So everybody's saying we hope we can keep this going.
Yeah, we will. Let's stay on it. Yeah, okay, Ann, thank you. All right, well, back in the city. Here's a look at the scene right outside the Apec perimeter this morning. Protesters blocking streets near the summit. This extended into the evening hours. They're speaking out on various issues from dueling demonstrations on China to climate change and the war between Israel and Hamas. So inside APEC today, the APEC CEO Summit at Moscone Center, Governor Newsom was one of the speakers, and he also met with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. The two met for a few minutes, talking about topics where they believe California and Canada are on the same page, issues like climate change and also human rights. And we do have you covered with everything you need to know about APEC, from protests to how to get all around all of the road closures in San Francisco. Just head to KPIX.com. And in addition to all of these big events around the Bay Area tonight, well, we are seeing rain. So let's get over to Paul Hagan on this rainy night. Kind of took a break right now.
Yeah, the band of heavy rain that moved across San Francisco between about 5 and 6 o'clock this evening has now lifted to the north. Part of it has dissipated, but we're still seeing some heavy downpours in parts of the Bay Area. And we're not done with the showers that are going to continue as we head through the rest of tonight. Let's zoom into the North Bay, where we had some heavier downpours that moved from Marin County into Sonoma County, but they really weakened as they climbed over the various terrain barriers within Marin and the Sonoma counties. And now we're looking at mostly light shower activity for Sonoma and Napa counties. Heavier rain is still falling right now for northern Contra Costa County, basically right along and north of Highway 4 between Concord and Antioch and Brentwood. That is going to continue lifting northward into Solano County, and we're tracking some additional showers now making their way up from the south into the Santa Cruz Mountains. This is lighter activity than what moved through this afternoon. You can see that in the loop over the past few hours, but that rainfall has been diminishing in intensity as it moves farther to the north. We're going to see light off and on showers as we head through this evening and into tonight, but gradually they become more off than on as we go deeper into tonight and early tomorrow morning. Can't rule out the possibility of a splash and dash shower to begin the day tomorrow, but I don't think we'll have any impact on the morning commute. But more showers possible tomorrow afternoon and more widespread rain in the forecast by Friday. Details on all that coming up in the full forecast.